What's up, guys? Today we got the Qsp Penguin, and just like Yadmir Yager, it doesn't quit. Let's get it to the bench top, check it out. What's going on, everybody? Today we got another amazing knife on the bench top, the Qsp Penguin. Now, I've used this knife quite a bit. This is the knife that sits in my EDC bag as my extra knife in case I forget. I got 2 kids. I walk out of the door quite a bit without a knife, to be honest, so I always want to make sure I have one in my bag at least. And this is it. I use this thing for cutting open packages, kids' food stuff, zip ties, you name it. All the everyday dad kind of tasks, this thing handles it flawlessly. The sheep foot design really gets into things. It really gets underneath objects. When you just need to, cut off a wristband or a zip tie or something like that, it's super easy. You're not going to damage the materials. Just slide right up, boom. Great on your draw cuts. It's not so much in chopping tasks because your fingers kind of get in the way, but if you can set off to the side or whatever, you'll be good with that. The blade, it's got a cool little stone wash on it. It is a D2. I think that says it on the other side here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there you go. Nice D2 material. It's become the new affordable knife material, but man, I remember when I was a kid, D2 was like the bee's knees. Everyone wanted it. You wanted all your tools to be in it. That's what it was really called, right? D2 tool steel. That's what I remember it being called. But so it's not a bad steel. It's not your greatest, but for an everyday knife, I think it's perfect for that kind of task. And unless you're like by the ocean or you got certain things you're trying to deal with, D2 can get most of your stuff done. Let's be honest. The handle is this really cool shredded carbon fiber. It's got some red in it. I think they have one as well with blue in it. But it's just a shredded carbon fiber on G10 scales. Just got a steel liner lock. And that's what makes this is so affordable. It doesn't have, your crazy button locks or your clutch locks or whatever you want to call them. But it's just a good old liner lock with thumb studs. The thumb studs are definitely pretty aggressive. They're definitely going to get at you a little bit. But they do their job. You can grip it and you can rip it. I almost just cut myself on the other hand there. Ooh, better watch out. She is sharp. But no, it's got a nice little lanyard hole. So you can put your lanyard, your bead on there, anything like that. The sheep's foot blade, like I said, is awesome. It's got a standard clip, nothing fancy. It's definitely deep carry. As you can see, it's a little bit over, so it's going to ride all the way down in your pocket. No one's going to notice you have it if you're taking it into a restaurant or something like that. But the reason why I keep this as just my extra knife that I always have on me is one, I know I'd love it. I trust it. I know it can do what I need it to do. And if I lose it or someone steals it or I misplace it, this exact version right now on their website is only $38. Come on. That's some value right there. They do have some nicer versions. You can get a version of this in 20 CV in that USA fat carbon. It's not this quite, it's like a real fat carbon. It's super clean. I'll link it in the description below, but that's going for like about $125. So they have some nicer options, that's for sure, if you do end up loving this knife and want to get some little pocket jewelry. They do got that for you. So let's talk about this a little bit. The handle isn't exactly 4 inches, so it gives you that perfect, grip in your hand. Let's see here. Yeah, it's got just a little bit sticking out. I got full purchase on this. The monkey paw is totally grasp, so that's nice. The blade is a little bit over 3 inches. It's pretty much 3 inches, but what do they say? It's 3.06 inches. It's got this nice little sharpening choil in there for you, so you're not going to nick up the end of it. So that's good, especially for inexperienced sharpeners like myself who's just getting into sharpening their knives. Since I use this one the most, I was thinking about actually doing a sharpening video with this knife. This might be the one that needs it the most. The other ones might just need a little light touch up, if anything. So you might see that one in the future. Let's see, we talked about that. The weight, it's not super light, but it's not a paperweight. It's not going to pull down your pants. You're definitely going to know you have it, though. You're not going to wash this one. It's 3.39 ounces. So like I said, it's not super heavy, but it's got some weight. The hardness on this blade, they say is somewhere between 58 and 60. A little less on the satin blade finishes. So just keep that in mind if you are trying to keep track of that. But all in all, this is a high quality knife for a great price. Like I said, D2 shredded carbon fiber, and they got tons of different handle scales. This handle, if you're trying to buy one knife, the one and done, this knife could be it, but maybe not in this configuration. This handle, it feels great, it's awesome, but it's a little slippery. So if your hands are wet or you're using this in the field, this might not be the configuration you want. I would actually suggest not to get this, but if you're just going to use it in your bag or your pocket like I am, it's fine for this. But the good thing about this is they make it in 50 different configurations. I mean, you can get aluminum, brass, the fat carbon, like I said, there's micarta, there's all kinds of different options and all kinds of different colors. So it's like Baskin Robbins over there, they got 31 flavors. You find one you like. If you don't like none of them, there's probably something wrong with you. I kid. But no, it's just on brass washers, but like I said, if I didn't say that earlier, it's smooth, it's nice. It's not going to win any gliding awards or nothing like that, but it's $30. And for $30, it does exactly what a $30 knife should do. And more. I mean, honestly, I think 8 years ago, this would be a $75 to $100 knife. And the fact that this kind of knife right now is only $40, I just kind of, I guess, goes to show how this industry, what seems like an industry that how could anybody add anything new to it? It's been around for hundreds of years. People have been making swords since the dawn of our civilization. But yet they find value, they find things like this to give you a D2 still in a beautiful package knife. I mean, it's not going to win any design awards with any curves or bevels, it's just flat, but it works. It's in the hand for $30, helping dads out. That's what it's doing. So definitely check this knife out. Dad approved. The Qsp Penguin. Check it out. Later, guys. What's going on, guys? We're back at the liquor cabinet doing some final thoughts. I just realized I didn't talk about the hardware. Everything is in fact T6 except for the main pivot right here. It's a T8. So I guess that would be my only complaint. The T6s, they're so easy to get stripped out. But if they switched over to T8s, it probably would jack up the price a little bit more. But I think I'd almost rather pay $5 more for T8s all the way around. I don't know if that's the cost it would be, but I would rather pay a little more, I think, for the T8s. But then now your knife's more expensive. It kind of defeats the purpose of having a $30 knife. With that being said, it's a $30 knife. It's great. I absolutely love it. If you only can buy one knife, you think, hey, I got $40. I want to buy a knife that's going to last me a couple years. This is it right here. The Pyrite Light, I don't know if those handles will last hard use for 2 years, but I guarantee you these ones will. If you get it in micarta or the normal G10 or something like that, or the brass or the steel with the frag pattern on it, you're gonna be good. So definitely dad-approved knife, $30-something. Go check it out. Later, guys.